Good evening. Welcome to Sports Talk tonight here on Creekbox TV. I got my buddy and the new head football coach, Coach John Tison. Coach Tison, you ready to get that new football coach off? You've heard it since you got the job last year. Mm-hmm. You've played a couple of games, Pelham, scrimmage, back in the spring, and then had a game against a 5A school 2 weeks ago. Man, we look great, but now the real test starts. Does this one count? Now, I'll count the other ones if I was you. I'd count them anyway, too. I'd write them down. But now this one really counts. Yeah, this one counts. You know, this one's going to go towards the power rankings and all that. So even though it's a non-region game, you still got to play as it's just as important, because with the power rankings, you know, every win matters. So, you know, you got to, every game you got to prepare. You know, it doesn't matter who it is. You got to get ready. And, man, Hebron Christian Academy, the team we're playing, they're a fairly new school to football. They've played 4, 5, 6 years, I guess, now, and they're headed in the right direction. We can speak a little bit about them in a minute when we start to that, but I want to talk about, man, 2 weeks ago we had a scrimmage game, and you brought in a team out of Savannah. It's a 5A school, and of course you think about 5A, you automatically think about the students that they have to choose from to play football, and I was worried. Yeah. You know, and then you see them walk off the bus, man, they looked good. Yeah, they were big. But, man, we made them quit early. Well, and they've got a new coaching staff there, and so they're kind of late, you know, getting things going. I talked to the Coach Hockman is his name. He came from McEachern, and he got his defense coordinator there about halfway through the summer. So, you know, they were just kind of late getting started, getting everything implemented, and but still, you know, they great athletes and really big offensive line, and just very athletic, and we knew it was going to be a challenge. You know, I was very pleased with how the main thing is how we lasted, because it was so hot. Oh, I know it. It was. You know, hot. Just before the game, it was just burning up, and I was just curious to see, you know, if we were conditioned. One cramp, and I think that was Moorhead, but he played both sides of the ball. Yeah, he played a lot and run a lot. That's right. So, you know, when it's that hot, you can't get in enough shape. Yeah, years past, we've had 10, 12 kids fall out. Right, yeah. So pleased, you know, overall, you know, grading it out, you know, we were pleased, but, you know, there was a lot of things we could fix, just little minor things you see on film, you know, just tightening things up in the secondary and gap responsibility, and on offense, you know, just coming off a little faster. And I'll tell you what, to lose 4 offensive linemen, I thought they did about as good, better than you would expect. I was kind of worried about that, but man, they come off the ball. I liked how they blocked, you know, to the second level, 5, 6. You got linemen running downfield to block. Oh man, that's the best group of kids on any team is the offensive line. That's right. And that group we have, man, they are just the best kids, you know, that you could ask for. Hard-working kids and just humble, and they come to practice every day. That's you know, wanting to work hard, and because they kind of feel that pressure, you know, coming in behind an offensive line that was a very good line for years, and they graduating, and these guys stepping up. You know, they want to show, you know, everybody that we're not going to fall off there, and that's the attitude that they've taken, and just excited about them. You know, just working hard in the weight room all winter and spring and all summer. So and that's what I want to talk about, Coach. A lot of people don't know the work that goes into playing high school football. Yes, you know, you get a week off, I think, the week of July. Yeah, that July 4th week. Yeah, that's it, isn't it? I mean, from the time the school bill for summer break, I mean, they've got summer workouts. Y'all do passing league. So many camps nowadays. It's not like it was back when your daddy was dead. We didn't pick up a helmet till August. Yeah. You know. Yeah, June 3rd. I think we had 32 summer workouts. You know, Monday through Thursday, every week. You know, starting June 3rd, and that 1 week off in July. But all summer, you know, we were there every day. And it shows. And most of the time, you know, we would have, you know, 35 kids there, you know.
we want kids to come and work, but we also want them to enjoy the summer.
That's right. Yeah, some that have to work. That's right.
And some, a lot of kids work, and I like them working.
That's right. Stay out of trouble.
It's hard to keep a man from working.
That's
you
right.
know, but when you can, and when especially blueberry season, when that's over,
That's right.
come back out there and get after it. And so pleased with the summer. It was a good summer.
Man, and I guess y'all did so many repetitions. We were talking about this before we came on camera. What me and Josh, we did the game last week. We were impressed. Illegal procedure penalties, kids having to call timeouts. We had none of that. Right. None of that. I mean,
Yeah.
The only thing, if you frowned at something, then when you put the B team in, was the snaps a little bit, But there again, you're putting in kids that have never been on that stage. So I mean, that's
right.
To be expected. But man, you got to be pleased with all that.
Pretty pleased, yeah. Just it's just repetition. A lot of reps, and we've got some good guys out there. Like the backfield. Most of them return. So they've got some good experience there.
A slew of them. I mean, you just take one off and put another one in, and
they're comfortable. They've played in some big games, and they're comfortable, and so glad to have those guys back, and pleased with the way the offense executed, and
I think me and Josh figured out we averaged 8-9 yards a carry.
Yeah. It was good. It was good. And a lot of things that you're watching it in general, on just watching the game, it looks great. But then when you watch the film,
you got to tweak it.
You break it down. Man, we shouldn't even watch the film. We were happy.
Oh, so you did have some stuff that you wouldn't.
Just little things, just things. You just got to fix.
That's right. And that's what you do the game for. It's the old saying is, the most improvement of the year is from game 1 to game 2.
That's
right. Why you do the scrimmage game.
That's right.
Because, and we're going to talk about it as the night goes on. Last year I think we had 5 teams make the playoff out of Region 2A. Looking at our schedule and from some of the games around the state from our region, like Wilcox, and they went over to Pierce County, got beat 7-6.
No, Wilcox beat Pierce.
Oh, 7-6.
7-3.
7-3. And I think Pierce jumped on Charlton early in the first half. I don't know what. I think it was 28-0. Then I stopped, which we knew they were going to be down this year. But we're going to take a break, and that's what me and you're going to talk about when we come back. We appreciate y'all staying with us, and we'll be back right after these messages.
And then along came Walker Jones.
Walker Jones is proud to welcome a new addition to the Walker Jones family of dealerships. Announcing Walker Jones Nissan. Nissan, innovation that excites. And you should expect the same great service at the newest home of the lifetime warranty. Lifetime. Now more than ever, we've got it all, so why shop anywhere else? Walker Jones Automotive Superstore, now on both sides of Memorial Drive in Waycross.
Get the best deal from Walker Jones.
One of the devil's favorite tools is to tell us we have plenty of time. Like, one day I'll get straight with God whenever I'm a little older, or I got some cleaning up to do before I even think about going to church. But the Bible tells us in James chapter 4 that we're not promised tomorrow. And in 2 Corinthians, today is the day of salvation. Don't wait. Come to Jesus today, just as you are.
Homerville Feed and Seed can provide nearly all of your farming-related needs, including seed, corn, bulk fertilizer, herbicides, insecticides, and a large variety of other farm products. Evalie and Nick want to remind you that you do not have to shop out of town to find the lowest prices. Our prices are as low or lower than any of those out-of-town companies. Come by and let the friendly staff at Homerville Feed and Seed help you select the farm products you need at the lowest prices around.
Lee Engineering and Construction Company in DuPont, Georgia has been a part of the community since 1935 and is proud to support Clinch County athletics. The prayer of the entire Lee Engineering family is that our Lord and Savior will richly bless our schools, community, and nation.
Jerry J's is the best Boston butts and ribs around. Meat so tender and tasty that it practically melts in your mouth. We have a variety of home-cooked meals and the best breakfast in town. And don't forget about our barbecue sandwiches. Jerry J's can cater your event and looks forward to serving you in Homerville, Waycross, and Douglas. Oh yeah, if you can't make it to the game, drop by Jerry J's in Homerville to watch the game live on Creekbox TV while you enjoy one of the many items on our menu. Go Panthers!
You're watching Creekbox TV.
Good evening. Welcome back to Creekbox TV. We're here on Sports Talk. I'm with the head coach, Coach Don Tison of the Clinch County Panthers. Man, had a busy, I know you've been busy for the whole summer. You hadn't, because you do blueberries too, so I'm kind of double duty. But brother, here in the last couple of 2-3 weeks, it has been. I mean, you've done a lot of interviews. We appreciate you taking time to come to Creekbox, Don.
Well, I
like
appreciate
today,
you having me.
I know the wife comes first. You know,
Yeah, that's exactly right.
So,
yes,
you
yes,
know,
sir.
Hey, you have to take care of that first. We don't mind waiting, though,
Y'all
brother.
just gonna have to wait.
That's just smart. That shows how smart you are. But before we went to break, we were talking about some of the teams in our region and what the schedule stacks up to be. You know, I know you, being a coach, you don't like to look ahead, but before we start talking about Hebron and what they're capable of doing, man, you come out of Hebron, the season, it don't get no easier. You go to Brooks, you're open, then go to Brooks, Dooley,
And Irwin.
and then Wilcox.
And then Wilcox, yeah.
And Wilcox, I think, potentially will be the most improved team in the region.
Yeah, they're going to be good. They were good last year.
That's right.
And they've got all of those guys back. They only graduated 3 or 4 players.
They got Tisdale kid, and
Desmond
he is the
Tisdale.
real deal.
He's very good, and they've just got that's just a good class. You know, it's a good group. They've been good.
Yeah, you know, they've been down, but you can remember back in the day, I mean, they had good runs like Clinch County did. They've been kind of been on the downside. You know, they went through a coaching change over there, and just it cycles through in Class A. That's
right.
Public school's a lot different than the private school.
Well, I think this Wilcox team played when they were in middle school. Played Irwin for the championship.
That's right.
So you know they've been good.
That's right.
You know they're used to winning. So yeah.
But I know all your mind's on Friday night against
right.
Hebron. You know, like you said, with the Class A public doing the power ranking system, every game counts. I mean, you can't slip up, and with our schedule, we got potentially 8 teams that'll make the playoffs.
Yeah.
That could make the playoffs on our schedule. So, and then the other 2 rival games between Atkinson and Lanier. You don't know what
and who? I mean, Atkinson's got a very good team.
They're headed in the right direction. That's right.
So I mean, right there, you just don't know. You know, it's season hasn't started yet, and it's all speculation and you know hearsay, and you know you see them in the summertime a little bit, and you know it's a good-looking team.
That's right.
So just see how it plays out. You know, Pearson may be one of the better teams in the region this year.
Well, man, and that's something I was going to ask you. During the off season, do y'all have coaches meeting like with the region? Do y'all stay in touch with one another?
You know, we'll text a little bit. Certain ones, not everybody. You know,
right.
I don't talk to everybody, but you know, I talk to the coach over at Pearson a little bit, and coach at Charlton a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. You know, not
That's
a whole
right.
lot. We
That's right.
don't talk a lot, but you know, we try to kind of just see how each other's doing. You know,
And
what I
man,
mean?
look, that's right. And man, it all comes down to if we're not in it, we're pulling for Region 2A team.
That's
so
right.
That makes us look good. You know? Region 2A has been well represented the last 4 or 5 years.
Yep.
And man, I know you was telling me about Irwin's coach. He's been under the weather.
Yep, he, you know, he was talking about, it was our Adidas rep, Tison, he does the uniforms and all that, and they also do Irwin's. And so he was asking me if I had heard about it, you know, and about Coach Nobles, and he found out that he had stomach cancer.
Man, I hate that.
That he had lost a lot of weight over the summer, and just something wasn't right, and they went to and got him checked out and found out that he had stomach cancer. So he's, you know, I couldn't imagine.
No,
you know.
I'd seen, and the reason I knew, I'd seen something you shared on Facebook
Right.
for prayers and thoughts, and
So yeah,
had a lot of good
keep
stuff
him,
to say about
keep
him.
him in your prayers. Obviously he's a tremendous coach because he's got Irwin you know, you go look at their facilities and you go look at the community and the school and how they just push that team. I mean, that don't just happen, you know. And he's done a very good job of orchestrating all that, and he does it right, you know. So just keep him in your prayers.
They played in December every year.
Oh, yeah.
For the last 4 or 5 years.
4 out of 5 years they've been in the state
That's
championship.
right, you know. I mean, so and he does a great job.
Yes.
Man, saying all that, before we take our next break, I want to talk about this upcoming team, Hebron. We played them last year, man. We went up there. I think y'all drove and come back.
Oh, yeah.
Me and Tom went up the night before. Yeah, I know. Me and Tom went up the night before and stayed, you know. Man, we would give out coming home. And, you know, I went back, and I want to tell all our viewers, you can go back and watch last year's game. You can watch all our games on Creek Box. And, man, they were pretty good last year, Coach.
Oh, yeah. They were one of the better teams we played.
That's right.
And we were really lucky to beat them.
Man.
Especially, you know, going up there, that was hard. It was hot, and driving 5.5, 6 hours on the bus.
And got there at 3:30, 4 o'clock.
And it's just hard. I mean, it's hard. And then, you know, you play a team that is very disciplined, and they played very hard, and they are very well coached. And they've got some really good players that don't quit. You know, they're never out of position. They've got a great quarterback that's very smart. You know, they're just a good football team, and that's what we expect to come down here tomorrow night. We're just hoping that long bus ride, and
that's right.
you know, when they get here, it's going to be a little hotter. You know,
a lot hotter.
They've probably never been in a dressing room like the one they're going to dress in.
No, because the one we used last year up there, man, you're talking about a Cadillac facility.
That's nicer than what we use every day.
But VSU'd love to have that.
Yeah, just very nice stuff. But their program, the Coach Saturday, it's weird. You know, he's the fella that's on the ESPN or NFL Network or something. I got a call from Indianapolis. I'm like, man, that's a telemarketer. You know? So I ignored it.
Your warranty's gonna be fixing to go out.
I don't know anybody from Indianapolis, you know, because he played for the Colts for so long with Peyton Manning.
Was the center, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was the center. He was Peyton Manning's center, and so he shot me a text. Hey, I'm like, oh Lord, you know, okay. So I've talked to him a few times. He's a super nice guy, and he's running a very, very good program up there, and so they're in the right direction, headed in the right direction, and so we're expecting a war.
Now, did they play a scrimmage game last week?
They've played 2. One of them was like a controlled scrimmage where you get the ball for 5 minutes.
That's right.
You know, it wasn't a touchdown score, kickoff type thing. It was red zone practice, you know, 20 to 20 practice with Wesleyan, and they didn't keep score. But if you watch the game, they beat them. You know,
that's right.
You know, they were in control of the game, and then they scrimmaged Discovery High School, which I just looked Discovery High School up, and I think they're a brand new team. And we didn't get to watch that film. We only traded one because we only had one scrimmage.
That's right.
So
that's right.
But I think with that game, they played everybody. They played their 9th graders, their 10th graders a quarter, and so they've got 2 scrimmages under their belt. So and they've won both of them.
Oh man.
You know, so.
Well, we're going to take another break, and we're going to come back and talk some more Friday night football here with Coach Don Tison. We'll be right back.
Since 1972, Popeyes has been serving up mouth-watering, delicious, hot, and mild fried chicken and chicken tenders from its Louisiana kitchen. You know about our great chicken, but have you tried our tasty seafood? All of our menu items come with a Southern style all their own. On your way to or after the game, stop by Popeyes, and remember, we can handle all your special event catering needs. Conveniently located on Memorial Drive in Waycross, Popeyes puts a piece of Louisiana in every single meal.
Camping World of Valdosta, located in Lake Park, is your one-stop destination for all your camping needs. Stop by to see your dreams of quality time with your family become a reality. Whether it's tailgating with your air-conditioned camper, taking a trip to the mountains or beach with your family, or driving your motorhome to a faraway destination, Camping World has it all. Let us put you and your family in a camper for as little as $99 per month. And remember, when you buy a camper from Camping World of Valdosta, you receive a free Elite Good Sam membership. roadside assistance, and travel assist for 1 year. Homerville Jewelers on East Dame Avenue is your headquarters for bridal and baby registry. If you're looking for that special gift for the bride and groom or that perfect gift for the new baby, look no further. We also have a variety of diamonds, gold, sterling silver, watches, and necklaces, and can perform jewelry repair. No need to shop out of town. We can supply all of your gift and jewelry needs. Let Vicki Young and staff serve you at Homerville Jewelers, East Dame Avenue, Homerville. Mike's Golf Carts and Power Sports in Douglas has the cheapest prices in South Georgia and a huge inventory of new and used gas and electric golf carts and off-road vehicles. Mike's also has parts and accessories and proudly serves customers across the states of Georgia, Florida, and Alabama. Whether you stop into our store or shop with us online, we have everything you need for Can-Am, E-Z-GO, Club Car, and Yamaha. 0% financing available for qualified customers. Mike's Golf Carts and Power Sports in Douglas, Georgia. Come out to Lolita's for the best cold treats and hot sweets around. You'll be glad you did. Located on Highway 84 East in Homerville, Lolita invites everyone to enjoy our outdoor seating, our New Orleans-style snowballs, and fresh mouth-watering beignets. Don't forget our tasty chili dogs. For your convenience, Lolita's is open Monday through Saturday from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Come cool off or heat up at Lolita's, East Highway 84 in Homerville.
Good evening. Welcome back to Sports Talk here on Creekbox TV. I'm with my good buddy, the head football coach, Coach Don Tison. Man, he's coached. How long you been coaching, Coach?
Since 2004 was my first year. 2006, you know, at Clinch.
That's right.
First year at Clinch.
But you got to count them other two.
Yeah, they count. They count.
So you paid your dues. What I'm
yeah,
getting at,
that's right.
you know. And man, we're so tickled. We've been fortunate to go back to your daddy. That every one of the coaches have been from Clinch County. That's what we take pride, you know, in being from Clinch County.
Yeah.
And I think that has a lot to do with our success.
It does.
It's keeping everybody in. We're doing it the same way. Now you're going to do something different and be your own man, but you'll take something passed from your daddy, Coach Barber, Jim, and all them. I mean,
that's right.
I mean, it's just and that's
well, you
what,
just, I mean, when it's your home, you care about it.
That's right.
And
that's right.
It's, you know, you want to be good because you love it.
That's
you're
right.
From here, and you know, you want to be able to go to the grocery store and get a milk if you want to without
You
people.
don't have to go to Walmart to buy lobster shopping. That's right.
But you know, just as bad as everybody around here wants the football team to do good, I want it worse.
That's right.
You know,
That's right, man.
It wouldn't be like that if I was somewhere.
No, man, and man, you don't. A good sign. Everybody in the community. That's all everybody's talked about since the game the other night. I was impressed for the scrimmage game. That's the biggest scrimmage crowd I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was. It was good.
You know, over half the bleachers were full on the home side.
Yeah.
So man, and the kids play harder when the crowd's out there.
We
want to
do.
tell everybody, man, come out to the game. There's nothing else to do on Friday night, man.
That's right.
You know, we'll be out there at 4 o'clock. People tailgate. They start showing up at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Really, you know.
Yeah. They'll be out there all day.
You hear the old war stories. So, man, I mean, it's just an exciting time. Just like college football, it's just in Homerville.
That's
right. Homerville's our little college. Man, before we get started talking some more about Hebron, man, we got to take the time to let you recognize all your coaches, because I know without them, none of this is possible. You lean on them a lot,
fact.
brother.
That is, because, you know, I realize more and more every day, you know, how important it is to have good assistants.
Man.
And we are so lucky and blessed to have the coaches that we have, and to have a Board of Education that supplies that and allows that to happen. You know, and it's I could go on and on about how lucky we are. I want to start with the middle school, because that's something, you know, I've been watching, you know, the last couple of years, and I feel like from a program standpoint, that's where we needed the most help at.
Well, that had failed down the last 2 or 3 years, Don.
Well, you know, the last 2 years, I think they won 1 game, and you know, the coaching was different from year to year, and I think we'd only have one coach down there.
That's right.
And I don't care if you're Vince Lombardi.
No, yeah,
If
that's
you've
right.
you've got 35 head of,
Yeah.
of 13-year-olds. It's like, you're not going to get much done.
No.
So at the middle school level now, we've got 4 guys coaching.
That's good. man.
We've got Joey Fitzgerald, who has been at Waycross Middle, coaching
Mm-hmm.
football over there and teaching over there. Now he's back teaching at our middle school.
That's
and
great.
he's the head middle school coach, and he is a highly energetic, highly
Oh, yeah.
organized, just a very, very good person.
And a great softball player.
Yeah. And
I've seen him play
and he
softball.
teaches them more than football.
That's right.
And so glad to get him back. And along with him, we got Tyrone Carter. Some people know
Tadpole.
him as Tadpole.
That's right. Another great coach. Man, good fella. The kids love him.
So we've got him, and he's awesome. He's been around for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got him down there, and he does an excellent job with them. Because all of those kids, they look up to him,
Mm-hmm.
And Blake Pittman has joined the staff,
Mm-hmm.
as a community coach to help. He's got a kid coming up through it.
And man, you need community coaches.
And
Don.
it's
You need
good.
Part of,
Yeah.
because it helps.
It's,
I mean,
it's
it does.
good to have a good community coach. So Blake is helping with the offensive line. And on top of that, probably the person that I'm just as excited about as anything is Langston
Man,
Hendricks.
he's going to be a great coach.
Yeah. He about already is.
That's right.
Because he's been coaching for 3 years.
Well, he's been coaching. He started in flag.
He started in flag football
That's
coaching.
right. That's right.
He was a 3-year starter for us on offense. Played center, he played guard, and then he played some fullback, he played defensive end, he played linebacker. He knows the offense, he knows the defense, and he's fresh out of high school, and he's going to school over in Valdosta, and he's volunteering to coach.
Man, that's great.
So he's a huge asset. I can't say enough about that. And he's also helping us on Friday nights.
Man, that's good.
So glad to have him, getting him in the system. Hopefully he'll stick around, a long time.
That's right.
As far as varsity goes, we've got 2 new coaches. I call them new. One of them is brand new, and the other one has been here and
That's
now he's
right.
back. A man, his name is Vince Davis. He's originally from Fort Lauderdale.
And I'm impressed with him. I went out there and watched y'all practice at the Jesus and Faith in Football. And man,
He is a
get
great
them
coach.
kids- Yeah.
He is, and he has coached at Dublin High School. He's coached at a few different places. He's coached in college. He played in college. So linebackers and rush ends is what he's specializes in. That's what he's coaching now. And man, he has done an outstanding job. He is so, like, his dedication. He's all summer he drove from Warner Robins to Homer
Man.
in the morning for summer workouts.
He's going to be there then. That's
I
dedication.
mean, dang, I don't know, man. When he started doing that, I'm like, this guy's serious.
That's right. And the kids love him.
And you can count on a fella that would show up for summer workouts driving from Warner Robins.
That's right.
When workouts started at 8:30 in the morning. So his family has moved down here, and man, we are so glad to have him. The other one is Eric Richardson. He's been here before. While he was here before, the players loved him. The town loved him.
Great offensive line coach.
Great coach. So we're so happy to have him back. He's coaching the offensive line. He's been in Dixie County as the head coach, and he was
done a great job.
Did a great job down there. So it's been great having him because he's an asset. Because he's been in that job and kind of knows the ins and outs of that, So I can ask him some stuff because I'm brand new to it. I mean, even though I've been around.
That's right.
I don't know everything, and I'm learning stuff and learning how to, maneuver through things. And so he's going to be a tremendous asset. I'm glad to have him back. And coming back from last year's staff, obviously, is Winston Peterson. He's the defense coordinator, and now, he is 100% in charge of the defense.
That's right. That's right.
And I'll just turn him loose. And he can run it, and he is always open for suggestions. And
yeah, Winston's good.
He's as good a fella as you can have.
Don't get mad, but now when he gets mad,
I get out of the way.
I've seen him mad twice, and that's all I want to see.
So you can't beat him.
No,
great defense coordinator, highly experienced. Man, he's coached in about every state championship or played in it at Clinch County.
That's
so
right.
great to have him still on the staff. Chase Daniel is the secondary coach. He's been the secondary coach for years.
That's right. And done a great job.
Very
Chase has.
smart. He does a fantastic job. He's from here, takes a lot of pride in it. Rance Morgan, offensive coordinator now. You know, he's been a defensive coordinator before. He's been the receivers coach. He's coached linebackers. He's coached running backs. You know, he's very experienced, very knowledgeable. And the thing about him, I mean, he's sharp. You know, he's very smart.
And he's cool and calm.
And he's calm. You know,
That's right.
and that's kind of what you need. You know, with your offensive coordinator, somebody that's gonna, you know, just be able to take a deep breath from time
That's
to
right.
time and block some things out and just keep rolling. So happy to have him. He's doing a fantastic job. You can see it in the game in the New Hampstead scrimmage the other day.
Yes, sir.
You know, the offense was clicking and rolling.
Sewing
and
machine.
didn't make a lot of stupid mistakes, and that's a lot of part due to him. You know, obviously somebody that we wouldn't be able to function without is Mitch Ramsey.
I guarantee you, Red. Everybody knows him
Coach
as
Red.
That's right.
He's back, and he does a lot of things that people don't see.
That's right.
You know, and he works very hard.
They
very
show
hard.
up and look at the field and the clean clothes.
He's got a lot to do
Not
with
only
that.
that, he coaches and
He helps a lot.
He does.
And the thing about him that I wanted to do more this year was feed the team. So now I'll call him up. Hey, Red, you know, let's feed him some hot dogs.
That's right.
He's like, all right, Coach, and we'll have hot dogs. You know, and Alan Pope, he's still with us, helping us. He's the oldest, longest serving coach on the staff.
yeah.
you
Yeah,
know.
I forget how long he said 30 years or longer.
He was back. Look, when you go to talking in Clinch County terms, he's Sessoms Field.
That's
You know,
right.
he was
That's
he was
right.
coaching
Yeah,
when they
he
were at
was-
Sessoms
that's
Field.
right.
So that says enough.
And man, you name all them coaches, and I got to give a shout out to a couple of people, Jamie Hendricks and Bill Hendricks.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I seen, man, we're first class now. They went and they got that trailer and they got it wrapped, man. And boy, that thing's sharp, isn't it?
It is. The Athletic Booster Club, they got that trailer for us. For years, we got a U-Haul.
That's right.
And we would spend money every away game, and if you added it up over the course of a couple of years, we were throwing money out the window
That's right.
doing that, and they offered to buy that trailer for us, and so that's gonna save us money. It's gonna pay for itself in 1 year.
Yeah, that's
and,
right.
And Jamie and them went and got it wrapped to make it look good.
Man,
and all
it's
that. So,
sharp.
yeah, we're excited.
So we want to give them a shout out, and man, and I'm gonna ask this, Coach Tison don't. I know he gets tired of asking, but man, if y'all wanna, you know, we try to feed the Panthers here at least once a week. They try to do it
Yeah.
on Thursdays or Wednesdays. You can get a hold of me or Jamie.
Yeah.
Or Coach Tison. Let us know. We'd love to have you. You know, these kids, this is our pride and joy, and it's the future of Clinch County.
I'm gonna tell you what. They don't nothing really make me happier. Like we could go through a practice, you know, it'd be hot, you know, and tough, and we're intense, and we're practicing, and we're out there for 2.5 hours, and you leave there and you feel like you've done something and you've accomplished something, but then when you feed them,
Oh yeah,
and those kids, how excited they get when you feed them.
I guarantee you.
Man, if people just came and watched how much food them kids could eat and how hungry they are and how much food they need to
You
eat.
never get to, the coaches never get to take a plate home.
No,
That's-
there's
It's nothing.
like Donnell Grady and Tim McCray, they cooked some smoked chicken for us the other day, and I said, man, I'm gonna put some of that, you know, in my office and eat that for lunch tomorrow. No, they ate every bit of it.
Yeah,
And,
I know it.
we also try to feed the middle school as well.
That's good.
Because kids need to eat.
Man, they do. They
You
do.
know, and a lot of kids, you know, around, you don't know when they go home, you don't know if they got anything to
A
eat.
lot of them, they eat at school, and that's about it.
So we try to feed them as much as we can.
Well, man, that's good, Coach. We're going to take our last break and come in and finish up on Sports Talk. We'll be right back after these messages.
Winky's Southern Styles in Homerville is the go-to place for custom embroidery and vinyl transfer designs. Whether it's t-shirts, caps, or special Christmas items, Winky's will make it happen. Go by our location at 44 East Elna Street in Homerville and see Lenora for embroidery and vinyl transfer. Winky's Southern Styles supports the Panthers in their quest for another state championship. Go Panthers!
LUTZ, Brown, Piegler, and Manley Insurance Agency is locally owned and has been a part of the Homerville, Clinch County community for many years. We make it a priority to know our clients on a personal basis and take pride in customizing insurance coverage for the particular needs of each customer. We offer all lines of insurance, including auto, home, business, life insurance, annuities, and bonds. LUTZ, Brown, Piegler, and Manley Insurance Agency, East Dame Avenue, Homerville. Go Panthers! At Burt CPAs, helping small businesses with their accounting needs is our business. We have offices in Homerville, Waycross, Alma, and Baxley. Burt's professionals are ready to serve you no matter your location. We are your team for accounting, bookkeeping, tax, and financial advice. In Homerville, call firm partner Adam Toll, 912-490-7142. Dairy Queen is a proud part of our local communities and is cheering our sports teams on to championship seasons. Drop by before and after the game to say hello to Mr. Ash and his entire crew and enjoy the full Dairy Queen menu, including our famous grilled burgers, artisan-style sandwiches, and chicken strips. Cool off with our renowned smoothies, slushies, malts, and iced coffees. Try our fabulous desserts and take an ice cream cake home for that special occasion, or just to treat the family. Dine in or take out at Dairy Queen locations in Homerville, Blackshear, Folkestone, and Fernandina Beach. See you at the DQ.
You're watching Creekbox TV.
Good evening. Welcome back to Sports Talk here live on Creekbox TV. We got the head football coach at Clinch County, Coach Don Tison. That name sounds familiar. It should. Your daddy coached here 20 plus years. Was it 20 years?
20.
Won a couple of state championships. And I had the opportunity this summer to do, we went out with Creekbox and I shot some video at your faith in football. And man, you know, your daddy, when I'm behind you and you're talking, you look just like your daddy anyway. But I mean, man, it just, you know, brings back, I'm sure it does with you, but your daddy just wasn't a great coach. He's a good fella. I mean, he's a good fella that not only cared about the football players, cared about anybody he had contact with. So
that's right.
I want to get that out there, Coach. And Friday night, Hebron Christian Academy. What do you expect?
Man, I expect a team that's not going to make any mistakes, that's going to, you know, take what we give them, you know. So we're going to try to take away anything easy. You know, we're going to try to make them work for it. We can't give them free yards. We can't be jumping off sides like we did in the New Hampstead scrimmage. We jumped off sides too many times. You know, there's a fine line between, you know, preaching aggression.
That's right.
And staying disciplined. You know, so we're going to have to do better about that. You know,
and because you know they're going to come in and do that.
Oh, obviously they saw that film. They're going to come in and hard count us and try to get us to draw us off sides. And we've been working on that all week. So we can't give them free yards. We can't give them easy stuff. You know, we need to play aggressive. We need to try to make them turn the ball over. We've got to get the quarterback off of his spot. You know, when he's right there in the pocket, comfortable. He's very accurate and very smart. So we're going to have to try to get to him, you know, in different ways. And then offensively, we can't turn the ball over. You know, just play hard. You know, no mistakes. Play hard on offense, and don't give them anything easy or any free yards on defense.
Oh man, we expect a first football game here in Homerville, Clinch County. We expect a sellout crowd. I know first home game, it's always, you know, feel like Hebron will travel well.
Hopefully so.
You know,
maybe.
If not, they can watch the game here on Creekbox. And I need to get this out. We want to you need to remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel this year for notifications going to all of our live events. YouTube and Creekbox.net is where you'll watch Creekbox TV this year. So pull up YouTube, subscribe, and that way we can notify you for everything. man, and you've seen our ads run tonight, all our commercials, they make this possible. If you have a business or you just want to run a commercial, you see we have people come up here and talk about the Lord a lot. If y'all want to do that, if you'll call Mr. Berrien at 912-550-5039 or me at 229-300-8521, we'll be glad we can hook you up and you can become a Creek Box sponsor. Coach Tison, man, we love you. We appreciate you taking the time to come here. Now, it's going to be a long year. We're going to have you up here a lot. So
I'm sending rants.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We'll wait and save you back down when we get in the region part.
I enjoy coming. I appreciate y'all having me.
Well, man, we appreciate it. God bless everyone. We'll see you next week.
You're watching Creekbox TV.